Hello, and welcome back to Mindfully Rich Podcast, your weekly mindful look on life and finances with a twist. I'm your host, RichE, and y'all, I have to start this episode out giving thanks. Thank you to everyone who is listening. Y'all just don't know. Y'all are making my heart smile. I've only been in the podcast game for a week today, and the episodes are doing so well. The last episode, Corona what? Corona who? Now you know where I got that title from. You know if you know, okay? That episode right now is doing so good, and I just got to thank y'all so much everywhere you're at listening. Truly, truly appreciate it. No matter what platform you're on, it all counts, and I truly appreciate it. And just got to give a shout out to all the people who reached out to me to say that they've now gone ahead to start their emergency fund. You know, just like I said in the last episode, with as little as $25 every 2 weeks, you can get an emergency fund started, and automating that savings so that way it's not if, but when you need it, you'll be able to have it. And so, you know, we're in a state of emergency right now. Y'all, I have spent over $400 currently just to, re-up on a lot of stuff just to make sure that I had the things that I needed for me and my household. And so it's a time where a lot of extra spending is going on, but it's extra spending due to an emergency. So go ahead. If you haven't started your emergency fund, make sure you're looking into doing that. And shout out to the people who told me that my story touched them. You know, I share vulnerable stories just because I want to make sure that y'all know exactly what it is that I've went through. You know, we don't have enough people in the world who talk about the things that they've been through, so that way somebody else won't have to fall. I don't believe that everybody has to go out and fall on their face before they find an answer to something. So I started this podcast with the intention of, I know that I have lots of knowledge that I wanted to give and talk about, and I wanted to make sure that I shared that knowledge with y'all and shared some of those experiences so it makes it feel a little bit more real. You know, you can put, a story with the situation that's being talked about. So I appreciate all of y'all listening. Appreciate that y'all, liked what was talked about. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into today's musical inspiration for our title. C Murder has a song called Survival of the Fittest, and I thought that was fitting for the situation that we're in right now with the coronavirus running rapid all around the world right now. It basically is survival of the fittest. And I wanted to talk to y'all about my journey to get healthy. And the reason why I thought that this was a good episode to talk about that is because the coronavirus is affecting those who are healthy challenged. And when I say healthy challenged, I mean those who have heart diseases, diabetes, our older population, those who have weak immune systems, all of those things, those different, categories of people, they aren't the healthiest right now, no matter what it is, no matter what the cause was. And I grew up in an environment where we didn't eat the healthiest. Okay, I grew up in Chicago. We used to have a good time. Eating all the food. It was Thanksgiving like every single day. Now, y'all know you do not need to eat Thanksgiving food every single day. But that's how it was in my household. But the food was good. But it's also not as healthy, especially if you're eating it so often. Now, I told y'all about my mom. My mom is my heart. She has passed away, but she will always be within all of my stories that I share. And so my mama's Kool-Aid is the best Kool-Aid that you have ever tasted. And the grape Kool-Aid, y'all, was just, it was just delicious, y'all. Just delicious. My mama used to pour, think of a sugar bag, y'all. Take that sugar bag and just pour it upside down into the container. And we used to drink it. We was drinking Kool-Aid syrup. Yes. Kool-Aid syrup is what we was drinking, but it was good. And so a lot of habits that I developed when I was younger, I kept with me in my adulthood. And when I went to the doctor, I want to say, what was that? Back in January, my doctor told me, your levels are a little high. Your sugar levels are a bit high. And so that was it for me, because back in the day, in my community, they'd say, you got the sugar, that's diabetes. You got the sugar. And so I'm trying not to get the sugars. So I said, you know what? We got to get healthy. And so that's when my water intake, I started changing that, up a bit. I buy a lot of waters now. I started eating salads, have a joke about salads, which is hilarious. I have to tell y'all another time. But now I eat spinach, kale, chard, Caesar. I'm eating those different salads as substitution meals at lunch. I may eat a big salad. That may even be my dinner. I mean, sweet potatoes. I've just changed up my diet a lot just because I'm trying to be healthy out here in these streets. And the time that we're in right now, if you're not healthy, you're susceptible. I bet you I'm saying this wrong word, but y'all just roll with it right now, okay? If you're not healthy, that's how your body gets this sickness in you. And so that's what I wanted to go ahead and start talking about with you today is, are you healthy? Are you eating healthy foods? Just because I know back in the day, like I said, I wasn't. I wasn't eating fruits and vegetables. And one of my friends is probably listening right now like, yes, you was not. Y'all, I don't know how I didn't live this long. I was not eating fruits, was not eating a lot of vegetables. I don't know how I made it. You know what? I know how I made it. The Lord always got me. Babies and fools. I was one of the fools. And so now I'm eating so many different, fruits and vegetables within a day just because, I wasn't doing that at first. And I don't know how my body, was moving actually when I wasn't eating those things. And let me tell you, since I've changed that up, I changed up my diet in early January and I've already lost almost 2 sizes. So I'm down 2 pant sizes right now. And that's actually a comfortable, setting for me. I like to stay thick. The only thing I want to leave is the belly. But you feel better. When you're eating healthier, you feel better. And right now with what we're going through, when your immune system's weak, if you have all these different diseases and you have all these different ailments that are going through you, you don't feel good. You have to spend more money just to live, basically. And it's like, you don't want to have to be in that category. So I ask y'all right now, are you staying healthy? Are you trying to get healthy? Deion Cole, he has a comedy special and it's called Cold Blooded. And he had this joke that just topped it off for me where I said, you know what? I got to get healthy. He said, just get healthy one time in your life. You know what food tastes like? It's delicious. It's going to always be delicious. And that's true, y'all. I don't know how you're eating right now. I don't know if this message is for you, if you're not eating healthy, but make a decision, especially now, just because we're seeing that those who aren't as healthy as they should be, can catch a virus that can potentially kill you. We can all catch it, but the people who are most vulnerable are those who aren't healthy. And so I challenge you today, I don't know what your eating habits look like. I don't know, if this is something that you need to change in your diet, but I know that I did it. And it's been about a good 2.5 months. And it wasn't easy for me to do this because I've been eating unhealthy all my life, and unhealthy has been awesome, has been cheaper. It felt like it was cheaper, but we're going to jump into meal prep. I don't know how you go to the when you go to the grocery store and you do your grocery shopping, but I have found that you need a list. If you go to the grocery store and you don't have a list, look, I don't know how you get through. If you're able to do it, that is amazing. I am not able to get through any trip to the grocery store without a list. And not just any list. I think that you should take the planning to the next level. If you're trying to get the most for your money, make sure that you're writing out all of the meals that you want to have for the week. So that way, you know all of the groceries that you need to buy for the week. My friends will tell you my refrigerator stay packed, and Costco is like my best friend right now. They have so many ready meals that are already done, and all you have to do is heat them up. I love that. Especially, I got 2 kids, y'all. So I need stuff that's easy, and I work very hard working. Right here doing this podcast for y'all right now, just show y'all my work ethic. So when you're going to the grocery store, I found that it's best you save the most money when you have a list of everything that you want to prepare, all of your snacks, meal prepping basically, and then making sure that you go off of that list to get all of the items that you need to buy from the grocery store. And you could also incorporate the healthy living that I was just talking about, all your fruits, all your vegetables, include all of those things in there so that way you'll have it already taken care of. So if you are going to start, eating healthier now, especially in the time that we're in right now, do some research. Go on Pinterest. Pinterest, it can be a rabbit hole. I will definitely say that. It could be a rabbit hole of stuff. But if you get an idea of different foods, we kind of know the foods that we should be eating. Get an idea around that. I remember back when I first started working out in January, I was like, okay, I'm going to do chicken breast and broccoli. Then chicken breast and broccoli got boring. And I was like, okay, let's try something different. That's when I incorporated the salads, then the sweet potatoes, then the brown and wild rice and things like that. And for those of y'all saying, that stuff is nasty, I'd rather eat nasty than not be healthy at this point. That's kind of where I'm at. I've had all the delicious non-healthy foods at this point. Find some things that you can eat. So I'm not telling you got to go vegan, you got to go be a vegetarian or do any of those things. I've just incorporated, I love turmeric now. I put turmeric in my food. I have turmeric teas, different things like that. Just start looking up healthier methods or healthier ways that you can eat. And then I'm telling y'all, once you start looking up different methods of how you can eat and then writing down that list, you can save you some money at the grocery store too. Just try it and see. Just wanted to talk about grocery shopping, eating healthy, just because right now we are in a time where those who aren't as healthy, y'all see what's going on. It ain't me just talking up in here. You see what's going on. And so making sure that you're doing something about that and you're not just going to sit around and just continue to be that person who's unhealthy, who's not fit, and causing different health problems when you don't have to do that. You know what the other food tastes like? Try something different. I tried something different. I'm loving it right now. I'm even getting hit on more, which is interesting. I've been cute. I don't know what y'all doing now. But that's it, y'all, on that topic. I just wanted to talk about healthier eating, going to the grocery store, making sure that you have a list. Because if you've ever been to the grocery store, I got to talk about that just for a second. When you go to the grocery store and you don't have a list, let me tell y'all, in my experience, when I used to eat Flaming Hots, I don't eat them no more because they're not healthy. But when I used to get hungry, when I would go grocery shopping without a list, I would open up a bag of Flaming Hots, eat the whole bag, take it up there empty and say, ring this up too. That was so bad. Don't go to the grocery store hungry, y'all. That is not a good way to shop. Don't be hungry. But that's the topic, y'all. Just wanted to talk about being healthy, getting your grocery list together, picking, planning out your meals for the week. And I'm going to go ahead and I want to talk about this one more time, just for a second. This is the funniest thing that I have noticed about shopping right now. So we're in a state of emergency, but it's so funny that people are still so picky. At Costco, people are not buying the Arrowhead water, and it is cracking me up. And I'm sitting here just like, ain't no water. But they like, I'd rather die than drink this Arrowhead. I know why I don't like it, but I don't know why y'all don't like it. But that is hilarious to me that y'all are just like, I ain't drinking that. And then also toilet tissue. So I got tons of toilet tissue. I probably got like over 200 rolls right now. Like I'm toilet tissue queen. I'm finna be toilet queen up in here selling them if it get to the point where I think I can make some money from it. I'm just playing, y'all. but I am thinking about it. But at Sac Co-op, they have toilet tissue, and it's like really, really expensive, and nobody's buying it. It's still on the shelf. So if y'all looking for some toilet tissue, I went to Sac Co-op yesterday. It's there. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and just wrap it on up. I've already given y'all 2 episodes this week. So I said, let me just go ahead and throw out another little episode. We're going to move to the 5 questions. And remember, I said these are the 5 questions. Once I start having guests, I'm going to ask these questions of them. But right now, I'm just going to go ahead, let y'all get to know me a little bit better and answer those questions for you. So, what show am I digging? So last time I talked about 20s and Boomerang, and I'm rewatching The Good Place. I think that it's a fitting time to be watching The Good Place. And if you haven't watched this show, it is so hilarious. It's on Netflix and Hulu, I believe. I think both of them are on there, or it may all just be on Netflix. Go check out The Good Place. Love that show. What song do I have on repeat? Y'all still listening to Yummy, Justin Bieber featuring Summer Walker. I love that song. I just freaking love it. So that song is still on repeat for me. And what is grinding my gears? You want to know what? I'm grinding my gears a little bit because there's some things that I need to do that I haven't did, and I am really irritated with myself about that. See, I'm a Capricorn, so it's like when I have to do things, if I don't do them, it makes me so mad just because, I don't know if y'all know, but Capricorns are the GOAT of the zodiac. That means we're the greatest of all times. And so we're very productive people. And so right now, I don't feel as productive as I should be, but I'm going to go ahead and get on that. So it's no biggie there. And what am I excited about? I'm still excited about this podcast, y'all. Right now, we're in a crazy time. I don't know exactly what's to come. I still know that God is in control, so I'm not going to let that get to me. But I'm just still excited about this show, and I'm excited about what's to come from it because good things have been popping off, and I'm really excited about that, which moves me into what am I grateful for? And I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for me. I'm grateful for my life. I'm just grateful for opportunities that have been coming, across my desk. I'm just grateful that y'all are listening. I'm a very grateful person. I show gratitude in a lot of ways. And that's the one thing that I want to, kind of end with, just because there's a lot going on right now and you have got to find something to be grateful for, or you will lose your mind talking about all the things that aren't going right. So find something to be grateful for, because I know I am super grateful, for the life that I'm still able to live, my children, everything that's, happening in my life, in my children's life. I mean, just lots of stuff is going on. And there's always one thing that you can be grateful for. But y'all, check me out. If you want to connect with me, I am on Instagram at Mindfully Rich. I'm not on any of the other platforms yet. I'm still looking at getting on there. YouTube is my next place, that I want to house this podcast, but I haven't did that yet, but it's coming. Once again, I appreciate y'all listening. Make sure you go check out my last 2 episodes. Like I said, a week in the game, still doing good. I'm going to hit y'all with another one. So stay tuned.